Let me know when you finish. You have 1 minute 30 seconds so far. Left, I mean. All right, then let's take a look at some of your answers. I'm going to start sharing again the presentation, and let's see whatever you have. Okay, so do I have any volunteer? Do we have any volunteer? Do we? Do we not?
Teacher?
Yes, sir.
I volunteer for the long O.
Okay,
O.
wonderful.
So I think it is a middle back tense, long and rounded vowel. A middle back tense, long, rounded vowel.
Middle,
Back,
tense, long, back, and rounded.
rounded vowel.
Rounded vowel. It sounds very, very well. Pablo, right?
Right?
It sounds quite correct. Let's see if everyone agrees with your answer. Everyone agrees?
Oh,
Yes.
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 All right. Well, all right. Several yeses. So that's a good sign. Thank you, Pablo, very much for the description, the technical description of the long.
Mister,
Yeah. Go.
why long O is tense?
Because usually long sounds are connected with a more muscular effort to maintain the sound. So when you say, for example, if you try with the other long sounds, oo, or at the bottom, o, it's also a sound which implies maintaining the length of the sound, um, uh, making the lips a little bit protruding, not as when you say oo, but also o implies that you're shaping your mouth, you're shaping your lips actually with a round quality, a round shape. So you are requiring more effort in terms of more energy in terms of the articulators. So that's why long O should be considered a tense vowel. Remember, long O, not long O, okay? Because O is a tip thing.
Okay,
Good
Mister.
question. Good question. Very good question.
Mister, can I say this part in Spanish, please?
Yeah.
Lo que pasa es que en el primer dibujo que usted nos mostró sale la long O como last vowel.
Okay.
Entonces, por eso era mi pregunta.
in the first
In the first two.
in the first vowel quadrilateral. Okay. We're going to see that there are many different vowel diagrams, and each one of them will be describing a specific accent. Sometimes accents in not only in English but in general terms in languages, um, accents vary, and sometimes the vowel sounds, specifically because we're discussing vowel sounds now, are produced in with the tongue in different areas. Actually, they say that we don't pronounce the same vowel equally every time we speak. So, for example, when we say feet, if we measure with the machine, right, the sound waves, and we take a picture to the mouth or to the articulators, the sound E is not going to be the same if you place the E before a T sound, for example, feet, or when you place the vowel sound before a D, for example, bead, or before an N as in clean, clean, because sounds influence each other, and sometimes one sound can make another sound sound shorter or with less voicing. So that's why different vowel quadrilaterals will try to show vowel sounds um, as close as reality as possible. And some of these vowel quadrilaterals, right, represent the vowel sounds that could be produced by an Australian speaker or by a Canadian speaker or by any English speaking country in which they use this language. So the point is that this is not a perfect representation of vowel sounds. It's just a portrayal or a depiction of what actually is happening in the mouth. So in terms of making this not a confusion for you, we're going to try to use the same vowel quadrilateral while we are learning the position of tongues, but I want you to keep an open mind when we compare this vowel quadrilateral later, right, with other vowel quadrilaterals that try to represent the sounds made by speakers of any other English-speaking country. Okay, so far we're going to use this one, and we're going to consider long sounds are as tense. Okay,
Okay, thank you so much, Mr.
no problem. Thank you for your question, because it clarifies concepts, and we don't make this too complicated or confusing. And the short O, as in pot or got, rock, stop, stop. Any volunteer? Bottle. Okay, I'm going to push to the front Francisco Villagra. So Francisco, I'm pushing you to the front so you can take a leading role and describe the short O sound. All right, as in got. All righty.
Its sound is short, low, back, unrounded, and tense, I think.
Okay. All right, sounds good to me. I don't know if the rest agrees or has a different perception.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. All right, all right. Okay, let me stop sharing. So that's the long O and the short O. As always, try to keep some favorite words. For example, I always remember, I don't know, fought or brought or thought, okay? Your, and I always remember, for example, rock, hot, pot, bottle, or stop, stop. So always keep some of your favorite words so you can remember the sounds, okay? Because it can be quite confusing to remember two sounds that may be quite similar in your native tongue in Spanish. We have only one vowel sound, so it could be quite confusing. Okay, so far we have covered at least say 10 monophthongs.
Yes.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
10 monophthongs, and we're just missing a, and we're missing the schwa. So that's very good, because we can proceed with a quest next class. Now let me talk about a little bit this schwa, because the a sound is similar. We're going to see this in the examples here. For example, we have, if you can follow with me, bread. Well, let me change this. Okay, bread, dead, head, header, lead, not lead. Well, you know, different meaning. Red, not read. Yes, but a different meaning. Spread, thread, dread, tread, ready. So all of these words contain the sound e, the monophthong e. Sometimes spelling helps, but not everyone, not every little time. For example, when you think about the verb, you think about the verb clean, right? Clean, but cleanse, right? It's another word connected, right? But not exactly the same. Cleanse, and then we have the same spelling. For those of you who are carnivore, who enjoy eating meat, well, meat has also the same spelling, right? If you consider meat, it also contains this combination of the graphemes E and A, right? Just like any of these. So I don't think this this sound, sorry, involves lots of difference to you. But the schwa, it's a different thing. The schwa, SHWUA, the schwa. Gosh, sorry, I need to write this down again. The schwa is present in almost every single word which contains two or more syllables. For example, let's take up the short ones here. Again, this sound is very, very lax. So you say and then the rest. Again, again. Here, away, away. Okay, it's not a, it's not o, it is away.
Teacher,
Yes, sir.
are you sharing your screen? Because I don't see anything.
Thank you for the heads up. I thought I was sharing my screen, but then I guess that's a problem with Teams. You never know. Okay, so now I'm showing the schwa. I'm going to.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you for the heads up. So here we have words which contain the schwa. The schwa is a very lax mid-central vowel sound. It's short, and is omnipresent. You can find it. You can find it in words like, for example, again in initial position, again, away. Remember, even though you may read a sound, a letter which you are familiar, this is not a sound we have in Spanish. It's So we have in initial position here, and middle position, available, available. Okay, across, across. Initial position, I think that those are the examples. In middle position, we have government, government, government. You will find this sound in syllables which are not stressed, which are unstressed. For example, when we say government, the first syllable is the word which is stressed. Say government, government. So you will never find a schwa in a stressed syllable. You will always find a schwa in an unstressed syllable. Okay. For example, in the second word, again, the stressed word, this stressed syllable is the second one. In the first syllable, we can find the schwa, which is unstressed. Again, company, company, company. Okay. Second is not or. Second. First syllable stressed, se, and the second one, the second syllable is unstressed. So you use a schwa. Second, cand. Okay. Second. It's not second. Second, cand. Okay. I'm sorry about the tilde here, which is not, it's not supposed to be there. In final position, person, son. Again, the first the initial syllable is stressed, and the second one is unstressed. Common, common, common. Okay. Initial position here, I mean the first syllable. Support, support, support. Okay, support. So in the first syllable here, you have a schwa, and in the second one you have a long o. Okay, support. As you can see here, information, information, it's present, the schwa is present here in the second syllable and in the fourth syllable. Sometimes you can even get rid of the schwa. For example, some people say information, they produced a schwa, right? So in this final syllable, they get a sh, they get a schwa, and they get an n sound. So in this final syllable, people say shen. But some speakers get rid of the schwa, and some speakers would say shin, information, shin, would go from sh to n. Okay, so sometimes you can get rid of the schwa sound whenever it might be in final position. And then we have a syllabic consonant here that we're going to discuss that later. But I want you to keep in mind that this is a very lax sound, very lax, that it's mid-central, that it's present in almost every single word which contains more than two syllables or more. But for example, in the indefinite article, in this grapheme, can also be pronounced as for example, a story, a tale, a song. I like a song, song, right? That could be also a schwa. Okay. Do you have any questions so far? So if we, let's see if there are any questions in the chat. No questions in the chat. Any comments or questions that you might have?
Maybe you repeat the sound of schwa, please.
The sound of schwa. The sound is very relaxed. It's imagine you're waking up in the morning and you open your mouth a little bit and you say, your mouth a little bit and you say, when someone is hesitating, is making a pause because that person does not know what to say, you stop and say, so the first sound in that expression would be a schwa. Okay, so in this one you have, am I sharing this slide? I just want to make sure.
Yes.
Yes, all right.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
okay, thank you. So government, and I'm going to switch a bit to Spanish. El sonido llamado schwa está presente en la mayoría de las sílabas que no son acentuadas. Por ejemplo, o en inglés, stressed. Government, your voice is stressing this first syllable, government. And this is an unstressed syllable, and this is an unstressed syllable. So you will always find, or most of the times, you will find schwa present in unstressed syllables. Let's take a look at this one. Perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. The stressed syllable in perhaps is the second syllable, perhaps. And the first one is per, exactly, perhaps. In the second, and in the word before, water, the stressed syllable is the first one, warm. We don't say water, right? So water. And the second syllable is a schwa. It's not a, it's not water, ter, it's not it's not water, it's water, t. It's unstressed. This one, please. Let me get rid of this. Sorry. Let me get rid of the, here we go. Because it was a bit disturbing to have a tilde in an English word. Okay, so in this example, please, please, please. The second syllable is the one stressed, and the first one is unstressed, so we have a schwa, police. Same thing here, community. This is the vowel sound that carries the stress here, community. So the schwa is present in this first syllable. International. So this word contains a primary stress, national, and a secondary stress here. We're going to be talking about stresses later on. International. So this would be a trap to national, and this one would be schwa. International. This also would be a schwa. International, and this is also schwa. So this word contains at least 3 schwas. What about that? International. Okay. If you look at the last one, authority. authority, because this one is unstressed. This third syllable is unstressed, and there's a high probability that you will find a schwa in an unstressed word. Company, over here. Company, 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 comp, penny, penny, penny. So schwas are schwas sounds like that. Never, 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 the. It's not never or never. Okay, never, never. It's a schwa. Very relaxed. Okay. Let me finish sharing, and I will let you finish this session with two things. First, a very short listening quiz that looks like this. Okay, I don't know if I'm sharing the quiz with you. Am I?
Teacher,
Ma'am?
you have a question in the chat.
Thank you. I'll go immediately and take a look at it. Well, the schwa is used in English in general. It's true that certain dialects or accents, to be more specifically referring to sounds, it's true that certain accents prefer certain sounds in English in general. Now we can find that sometimes in the British English or in received pronunciation, triphthongs are preferred, whereas in General American, diphthongs are preferred, or even monophthongs. For example, I'm talking about words like tire, tire, tire. In tired, like I feel a little bit down. I feel a little bit tired. In received pronunciation, you can find a triphthong there. You can find three vowel sounds. So you can find a diphthong and a schwa. The last one is schwa. And in General American, you can find tired, tired, tired. So you can find maybe a diphthong there. So, but the schwa is present in English in general, in General American, in received pronunciation, in general, even more. Sometimes, for example, in words ending in ed. General American prefers a schwa. For example, if you think about the word wanted, the word wanted in general in received pronunciation, you have you have something like wanted, wanted, but in General American pronunciation, you get a schwa. I'm sorry, I'm going to try to find if I can. I'm not able to write a schwa here, but I may be able to write it here. Wanted. American transcription. Okay, I get it right here. So let me copy and paste it. So in General American pronunciation, wanted is pronounced with schwa, and in received pronunciation is pronounced with an id, wanted, and that happens with several words ending in ED. I'm going to copy and paste for received pronunciation. So it all depends, Catalina. It all depends on the words more than on the dialects. Okay.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
no problem, anytime. So to finish the session, we're going to go and take this very short speaking quiz. Okay, it looks like this. It contains 12 vowel sounds. Okay, am I showing you the answers? Because I did that once. Can you see the answers? Can you see the words?
No.
No?
No.
No.
Okay. Okay, here we go with it.
No.
Here we go with the quiz. But you can see the quiz, right?
Yes.
Wonderful. The first word is leak. 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 The second one is fruit. 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 The next one is threat. 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 The next one is duck. 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 The next one is bock. 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 Number 6 is kid. 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 The next one is bang. 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 The next one is sort. 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 The next one is were. 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 And the last one is took. 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 Any repetitions?
The third one, please.
The third one is threat. Threat.
The sixth one, please.
The fifth one is buck.
Sick.
Buck. Sorry, kid. Kid.
The number 9, please.
That's were. Were.
The number 7, please.
That's bang. Bang. Alrighty, so the answers are for the first one. What do you think?
2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
2.
Long E, exactly. For the next one?
9.
9.
Number 9, long U, exactly.
9.
For next one.
Track 4.
3.
3.
Exactly. Threat. For next one.
5.
Correct. The wedge.
Wedge.
For the next one.
12.
Exactly. Bok. Exactly. Short O. Next one.
1.
Exactly. Short I sound. Next one.
4.
7.
4.
4, 7.
Or
Bang is the trap.
okay.
8.
11.
11.
Exactly.
11.
Long O. Correct.
6.
6.
Excellent. And finally.
10.
10.
10.
Number 10.
Correct.
And it's short.
All right. How do you do? Good?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Good for you. So happy face for you. When do we meet next session? I think we're
Monday.
On Monday?
meeting on Monday. How do you feel about having a listening quiz on Monday? Because we are having a listening quiz and a writing quiz next week. We just need to define when. So if you want, we can have them both on Monday or both on Wednesday or one on Monday and one on Wednesday, or you can take the quizzes at a different time, not during classes, but during, say, for example, on Wednesday at 3 o'clock. My suggestion would be to have, for example, a listening quiz on Monday and a writing quiz on Wednesday. But but I listen to your options. Any ideas?
I agree with you.
Okay. Any other ideas? Anything that you consider, different?
Yeah, I agree with you as well. I think it's okay.
Yes, it's better. One quiz on Monday and the other Tuesday.
All right. So, I mean, remember, you can disagree and you can propose, you can suggest a different idea. All right. Always, when you have more people with more people thinking, we get brighter ideas. But so far, on April the 27th, that's next Monday, we're going to have a listening quiz. And on April the 29th, we're going to have a writing quiz. Good. For the Monday session, Gosh, we should have finished in the class by now. For Monday session, the quiz will take probably 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, no longer than that because it's a very short quiz. Okay, you will take it in the LMS. The quiz will be there. I will leave a link there for you to take it. So you go and play the recordings and choose the correct option, and then you come back to the chat room. Okay, so it's going to be quite short, between 10 up to 15 minutes, no more than that. And on Monday session, I would like to have you for some speaking practice, but with your own dialogues. So bring your own dialogue to share with the rest of the community. Okay, you will bring a dialogue between two characters. The topic is irrelevant. The topic can be about anything, and no longer than 1 minute though. And the idea is that you bring it and share it with the rest of the community. So you bring your own dialogue and you can leave it so another group can practice with the dialogue, okay? So after the listening quiz, we will have speaking practice with your own dialogue, okay? So just to sum up, on Monday's session on the 27th of April, we will start with a listening quiz. I will give you the instructions. So when we meet in Teams, I will tell you where to go and how to do it. Okay, it will take you no longer than 15 minutes. After those 15 minutes, we get together and I will let you know how we're going to share the quizzes that you will bring in a Word file to the class. Okay, we will have a speaking practice, and then on Wednesday session we will have a writing quiz, which is about vowel sounds as well. Okay, yes, Diana,
Okay.
go ahead.
I think that, I have a problem. I think that I travel to my hometown on Wednesday because it's the only time that I can travel because of the quarantine and that things. Because I'm not from Talca, I'm from Chile. And I'm very far from home right now, and I'm alone here. So
Okay.
I don't know what I can do. Maybe do the quiz on Tuesday.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. No, don't worry about that. We can find a way. We can find a solution. That could be one option. You can take the quizzes on Wednesday, but don't worry. We can find a solution for this. Okay, so
Okay,
yeah, that could be one option, or we can actually consider others. Write me an email. Providing some of the solutions that you consider could be possible for you, depending on your specific context, and then we decide on which one is the most suitable one, the most okay with you. All right?
All right.
Okay, thank you. That was Javiera, right? Javiera Triviños.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Javiera. Any questions, guys, before we leave? Ignacio? No? No questions?
I have a question about
Okay,
the
who's on?
dialogue. Emily.
Yes.
Emily.
Emilia.
Emilia, go.
About the dialogue, we create the dialogues or we can find any dialogue on internet?
Both options are okay. You can create, you can have an original dialogue, or you can find a different one on the internet. Now, the idea is if you are, for example, you are 36 students now, the idea is to have 36 different possibilities So Emilia, if you find one dialogue on the internet, and also Daniela and Daphne and Cristobal bring the same dialogue, then we will have less opportunities to practice.
Okay. Thank you.
So, all right.
And how long must it be?
Francisco?
Yes.
No, not longer than 1 minute. I think if you time yourself practicing the dialogue, it should not take longer than 1 minute.
Hey.
Okay, because the idea is to have it as a pool of dialogues. So you can pick one dialogue created by, for example, Claudia Avila. You can use Claudio's dialogue, and then when you finish, you can take one created by Joaquin, right? And then you can practice with one written by Macarena, etc., etc. That's the idea. Have many opportunities for speaking practice.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, so I'll see you next session. Enjoy the rest of the day. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you later, guys.
Thank you,
Stay
teacher.
safe.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
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 Bye,
Ciao.
teacher.
See you around.